Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time watching, then welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do this nice grungy look using the Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson Conspiracy palette. When I posted my first videos using this palette, you guys seemed to love them because they are my best performing videos, and I haven't really posted that much using my Conspiracy palette for like 6 months or so. So I really wanted to switch it up and try something new that I hadn't already tried. And I started doing this like band of colour in the crease now, which I thought was really cool, and I really wanted to use the neon yellow to do that. Also, I've been feeling a little bit tired, so today I'm just wearing a t-shirt and it's actually got Tupac on it, so I'm sorry if you see his face pop up every now and then throughout the video. Oh. Got some stuff. It actually looks like he's been eating like ice cream or something, I don't know. But yeah, I had a lot of fun revisiting the Conspiracy palette, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you did, then please consider liking and subscribing. It would really mean a lot to me. So yeah, let's get on into the video. Okay, eyebrows, white eyeshadow base. And because we're going to remove the product off the eyelid after we do the crease, I've just focused the base in the crease area of my eye and also out here as well, because that's where we're applying the colour. I'm going to do a few different colours in the crease just for something a little bit different. So I'm going in with this shade here called Cheese Dust, this shade here called Diet Root Beer, and this shade here called My Rides Here. And I'm going to apply it with these 3 brushes. I'm using this brush to apply Cheese Dust, this brush to apply Diet Root Beer, and this brush to apply My Rides Here. So I'm applying Cheese Dust first in the inner third of the crease, and just as usual applying this in little circular motions to help keep the edges nice and blended so that it can be easier to blend out afterwards. Then I'm applying Diet Root Beer in the center portion of the crease, and same thing, circular motions. And what we're doing with these colors is we just want to build them up. We don't want to apply too much at once because that is going to make blending more difficult. So we want to keep that as easy as possible. And then applying My Rides Here to the outer third of the eye, and we're bringing that out in a winged shape and just keeping those edges nice and blended as well. Okay, so that looks quite weird at the moment. I'm not bringing the black all the way out because I'm going to blend that out with a different colour, which I'm not doing with the other 2 because I want those to be pretty much how they are at the moment, and they're already looking pretty blended. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade here called Tanacon and a fluffy blending brush, and I'm using that to blend out the edges of the black, and hopefully we'll get a nice dark looking brown that kind of matches this Diet Root Beer shade. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to go back in with those same brushes that I was using before and just add more of those other 3 shades just until we can get a nice blend. And also I apologize about all the background noise because I think one of my neighbors is doing some, work on their apartment. So yeah. Okay, so that is the crease complete. And next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the product off the eyelid and prep the eye to carve out the eyelid. So I'm taking some Vaseline, a flat rounded concealer brush, and I'm just carving out the crease using the Vaseline, and that's going to remove the eyeshadow and the base off of the eyelid. And what that's going to do is that's going to ensure that we can get a nice clean base on the eye so that when we apply the colour it's going to be more vibrant. And once I'm done with the Vaseline, I'm going to wipe off the product using a cotton tip. Now that the eyelid is nice and clean, we're ready to carve out the crease. So to do that, I'm using a flat rounded concealer brush and my P.Louise base in the shade Rumour 0. And like I said, I'm carving out the crease all the way across over to the black, but stopping where I've stopped in the outer third of the eye. I'm also just going to be applying a thin band across the crease and not covering the entire eyelid, because I'm just applying a small strip of colour in the crease and then I'll be carving that out again. So I don't really want to waste my product because I'm just going to have to remove it if I apply it anyway. And I'm applying this in tapping motions so that I'm not dragging it across the eyeshadow and mixing the white base with the coloured eyeshadow. Okay, so now we've got the base laid down, we're obviously going to be setting that with some eyeshadow. So I'm going to be taking this shade here called Food Videos and a mini little eyeshadow brush, and I'm just applying this to where I've applied the base using patting motions so that I can really get the pigment packed on. And I'm not actually going to cover the entire part that I've done white because I don't really want it to be that thick, so I'm just going to do it probably about half the width of what I've already done. Next I'm going to carve out the crease again, and I'm not going to bother removing the product underneath because I'm going to be using a darker shade than the yellow anyway, and I'm not worried that it's going to show up through the base. And just like I was doing before, I'm going to be applying this in patting motions just to avoid the colours mixing, and also because I think that it helps you to get a nice rounded shape. Next I'm going to be putting some colour on top of that base, and so the colour I'm going to be using is this shade here called Just a Theory, and I'm applying that with two different brushes. So I'm taking these two. So I'm applying the bulk of the eyeshadow using the all over shader brush just so that we can get it done faster. And I also think that it helps get a nice even application. And then I'm going to do the edges using the small eyeshadow brush just so that I'm not going over the yellow and yeah, getting right up close to it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the black using that same brush I was using before to the outer third of the eye, and I'm going to leave a small gap in between the black and the shimmer shade so I can then blend out the black using the fluffy blending brush and Tanacon. Okay, now it's time to move to the under eye, so I'm applying some more of that P.Louise base and blending that out. Then I'm going to go in with the same brushes that I was using for the crease and the same colours, and I'm applying it in the same way that I applied the crease colours. So I'm applying the black on the outer third of the under eye and blending that out using Tanacon. Then in the centre of the under eye I'm applying Diet Root Beer, and then towards the inner third of the eye I'm going to be applying Cheese Dust, the orange shade. Okay, so that is the look pretty much complete. I'm just going to go do my face makeup and then I'll be back to finish off the rest of the look for you guys. Next I'm going to add some colour to my waterline, so I'm taking my NYX Vivid Brights cream colour in the shade Cyberpop, and using a small eyeliner brush I'm just applying this to my waterline. Next I'm going to be adding in a highlight shade, so I'm taking these two brushes, the large fluffy one for my face and the small pencil brush for around my eyes, and I'm going to be taking my Lime Crime Opals highlight palette and using this shade here called Gold, and I'm just going to apply this to my tear duct, my brow bone, my cheekbones, the tip of my nose and my cupid's bow. For my lips I'm going to be using a liner and bullet lipstick. So the liner that I'm going to be using is my MAC lip pencil in the shade Spice, and then the lipstick that I'm going to use is my Lime Crime Unicorn lipstick in the shade Lace Up. Okay, now the last thing left to do is just to apply mascara and eyelashes. So the eyelashes that I'm going to be using today are my XO Beauty Faux Mink lashes. These are in this These are in the style Thunder. I'm going to pop these on off camera and then I'll be back to show you guys the completed look. Okay, so here we have the completed look with the lashes. I love the way this turned out. I love the colour scheme. It's very like grungy or autumn fall kind of look. It is autumn in New Zealand at the moment, so this would be a good look for going out. Now that everything is open again over here, we can go out for dinner. I actually went out for dinner last night, so I can start thinking about what I'm going to wear when I go out now, which is very exciting. I was a bit nervous to pair this lipstick with this look just in case it looked like too much, but I actually think that it complements it really well and it's not really overpowering or anything, so it's nice to step out of my nude comfort zone for a little bit. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then please thumbs up and subscribe and tick that little bell button so you get notified every time I post a new video. I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in the next one.